Hello, dear friends. Good morning. Welcome back for our English classes. This is Wilson welcoming you. Dear friends, I want to take you to some of the images, and that too how this morning this particular pic thus I received. Don't compare yourself with others. Everyone has their own role to play. Out of experience that I speak, dear friends, many students who came for their meeting, many who are still on their way to have a meeting. Sometimes when you come, some of you are very happy, some of you are sad, some of you are scolded, and some of you really feel pathetic about the online classes. Dear friends, always take courage. You are unique, and therefore I would tell you everyone has their role to play, and therefore everyone has his or her role to play. Let us put it in that way. And dear friends, I want you to understand what you are supposed to have. You are unique, so therefore don't always compare. If some person are clever in our school or in our class, we accept them. Let us also try to become like them. Now the slide which you are watching, dear friends, it's about the example that I gave you in order to have change from the tenses point of view. So you are well aware of this very sense. Now we will go to your homework which was given to you. Please pay attention. I will be giving you the answers and will also try to change with other possibilities. Okay? Yes. Change into negative question using simple present tense. So dear friends, I hope you are ready with your homework. I hope you are ready with your answers. And now you shall correct your answers. First sentence is, they played and got the prize. They played and got the prize. And I said to you very clearly that played is the first prominent verb. Therefore, now you see, they played and got the prize, that is simple past tense. What are we to do? We need to change into negative question, into simple present tense. Now in order to make simple present tense and that to a question, what do we need? See, I already gave you a hint. What do we need? Which means we need auxiliary verbs do or does. Now here the pronoun or whom we have known as the subject is they, and therefore dear friends, we shall be using do because they is there. Okay, and it needs to be made into negative question. So what should be the answer? Some of you have already written it right. Let us see. Don't they play and get the prize? See, don't they, which means negative plus question. Don't they play and get the prize? Did you understand, dear friends? Yes. So now, and since it is a question, we need to also have the question mark. So all those who have written the answer, don't they play and get the prize, is the right answer. You can give yourself 1 mark. Thank you. We move to the second sentence. The people of Italy make pizza. Okay? The people of Italy make pizza. Now remember, this is very simple because this is already in simple present tense. Again, the people of Italy, people which means plural, third person plural, and therefore we can say that don't the people, or you can also use don't they or don't the people of Italy make pizza. and it should be having a question mark. So all those who have written, don't the people of Italy make pizza? That is the right answer. We move on to the third one. He works all day long. Okay. So now we are supposed to make this. Again, to make our things very easier, this sentence is already in simple present tense. He, third person singular, and third person singular, when it is needs to be changed into a question or a negative, we need to add auxiliary verb. So which auxiliary verb will you add here, dear friends? Here we will add does. Okay, yes. So doesn't he work all day long? Some of you must have written doesn't he works. That is wrong. Your right sentence or right answer is doesn't he, because it needs to be made also negative. So your correct answer is doesn't he work all day long, and you are supposed to have a question mark. Suppose instead of he, if we have they or you work all day long. So you will carry do. So don't you work all day long? Yes, and you will have a question. So you can also have changes into the auxiliary verbs. You can have changes into the main verb. You can have changes into the noun and pronoun. And you can change into the positive, negative, question, negative question. All these possibilities are there. Same thing you can also change into simple past tense. Okay. Now you see the very third sentence that you are looking at, dear friends, this one I am talking about. This third sentence, what we will do, we'll change into simple past tense negative questions. So now he works, now that signifies simple present tense. Okay, but he works all day long, and it is a simple statement. What we will do, we will make it into simple past tense. Here it is simple present tense, but we will make it into simple past tense. Okay, yes. So since it is okay, so instead of, now in simple past, in order to make a question or negative, what you need did. Okay, yes, dear friends, so that is what you need. Yes, so we will make this in with did. Didn't he work all day long? So when you say did not he, didn't he, or didn't he work all day long, so that becomes same thing into simple past tense negative question. So this is how all these possibilities you can have. Now we will go to the second slide. Okay, change into negative using present perfect tense. Which is the tense? Present perfect tense. And what you need to do is simple negative statements you have to make. The Prime Minister will announce the next lockdown. That is in simple future. Okay. So the subject remains the same, the Prime Minister. Now please understand, it needs to be made into negative, therefore not needs to be used. And which is the tense? Present perfect tense. So instead of will and shall, what we are supposed to use now here? Have or has. The Prime Minister is third person singular, and therefore we will use has. The Prime Minister has. Now here in this sentence, if you just see, this is in future tense, and that needs to be changed into past participle, because it needs to be changed into present perfect tense. So the Prime Minister has announced the next lockdown. Has announced the next, which means, why are we using the word next here? Because it will take place, but as he has already completed the announcement, it hasn't taken place yet. It will definitely take place, but it has he has already announced it. So therefore, yes. So did you understand, dear friends? Yes. So the right answer, once again, the Prime Minister, sorry, I am very, very sorry. The Prime Minister has not announced. Why has not? Because negative. I forgot. I just had made it into present perfect tense, but it needs to be made it into negative. The Prime Minister has not announced the next lockdown. Yes, dear friends. Now we will see the second sentence. Will you start learning English? Okay. Will you start learning English? Now remember, this is a simple question, but it is in simple future tense. And remember, what are we to do? We have to make into negative sentence. Negative using present perfect tense. So we can change it to simple. You have not started learning English. Okay. You have, because it needs to be only negative sentence. I did not say negative question. Otherwise, if I wrote here negative question, then haven't you started learning English? But I did not say that. Only thing negative and present perfect tense. So therefore, you have not started learning English. So that is the answer of the second sentence. Okay, dear friends. Now we will see the third one. Niharika has been dancing for 3 hours. Okay. Niharika has been dancing. Now this is in present perfect continuous tense. And we will make it into negative with present perfect tense. So the answer, the correct answer is Niharika has not danced for 3 hours. This is the formation of present perfect continuous tense. When we change into present perfect, the dancing will be changed into danced. Been we have to remove, and therefore, okay, here E and D will come. So that is what, dear friends, Niharika has not. Why? Because it needs to be added that not danced for 3 hours. I hope you are very much clear. Yes, now we will have the change of next set of words. Because it was the first test, we had announced it in that way. First sentence, let us understand past continuous tense with interrogation. Interrogation, which means, dear friends, it's a question. Solar power produces smoke. Past continuous tense. What is past continuous? Let us understand the formation of. So subject plus was or were plus main verb plus ing plus object. But if you have a question, then according to the subject you will either use was or were. Remember, it's only a question, not negative question. So we will all the sentences we will start with either was or were, and that we need to choose how, keeping up the noun, the subject in front of us. Solar power. What is solar power? Solar power is it, and it goes with was. So was solar power producing smoke? Why? Producing from produces, because it is past continuous tense. So here this very sentence will change into was solar power producing smoke, and we will have to add the question mark. Okay, dear friends? Yes. And was. Why? Because it is with past continuous. So produces or any other gave will become into giving, as we know the formations. We will go now see the second sentence. Prem Chopra gave his best for the acting field. So Prem Chopra happens to be a subject, and at the same time we will now try to learn what auxiliary verb we can have. So here Prem Chopra, if you just take from the pronouns point of view, it is third person singular, and therefore what is that? He, and he will go with was. Was Prem Chopra giving his best for the acting field? and we will conclude the sentence with a question mark. Okay, yes, only then it is right, because we need to have the interrogation. Yes, very important thing, dear friends. Now we will see into the third thing. Okay, yes, third sentence. Mr. Ram Singh played his best. Okay, Mr. Ram Singh played his best. Once again, which is the tense here used in the third sentence? It is simple past tense. And what are we to change, dear friends? Past continuous tense. So Mr. Ram Singh, again third person singular. So was as auxiliary verb. Was Mr. Ram Singh. Played will become playing, because main verb plus ing. Was Mr. Ram Singh playing his best? And we will have to conclude with question mark. Did you understand, dear friends? So yes, all those who have given this sort of things, we will okay, dear friends, this is the same slide. Yes, so if you have given your answers the correct sign, and if you are correct with some of the answers, you can give your weightage. And according to way, you can also see other possibilities and try to learn how you can, play a game with the tenses, change into negative or positive. Take for an example, this very sentence, solar power produces smoke. I want to change that, okay, into solar power. I want to change into factories. Solar power is single and factories is plural, okay, or companies or factories. Let's take for that is a better way for smoke. So factories. Now I want to change with factories. Now you see, I'll just make here will make into factory, and here produces of produce will become, because as will go, and smoke will remain the same. But I want to change into present perfect continuous tense with a simple sentence. So factories have been producing smoke. You see? So present perfect continuous tense. The factory, the singular has been turned into plural, and the formation has been added here. Suppose you want with present or past perfect continuous tense and negative tense. The factories had not been producing smoke. You see? Negative sentence, and that too in past perfect continuous tense. Take for an example, you want to have future continuous tense. Remember, listen to me, dear friends. Future perfect continuous tense, and that too negative question. Future perfect continuous tense and negative questions, and will keep factories as. So won't, so will not, won't factories have been, okay, won't, so will not have, or will not have, or won't factories have been producing smoke, and we will have to put that. Won't is will not, okay, so will not to, then have and been plus main verb plus ing, and then question mark. So won't factories have been producing smoke? So that is turned into negative questioning and future perfect continuous tense. So you can brush up your tenses this way, dear friends. Okay, so we will come back with more examples, and perhaps we will try to see now purely changes when we can have into questions, how we can have each and every questions made it into tense using WH questions and also how. Till then, thank you, take care, dear friends.